What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today on Mr. Tasty number 12, I bring to you the beverage review I said I was going to do and that I've been putting out for quite some time. I couldn't get to it when I wanted to, because life. So we all know that 2018 is off to a super fast, energetic start, and what better way to complement that than by discussing what you can do to make sure your 2018 is as equally fantastic and energetic. I bring to you today the top 3 energy drinks of all time based on sales. Yeah.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.
So let's just get right into it. Boom! So number 3 on our list is Rockstar. Rockstar is based in Las Vegas and started in 2001, but was actually founded by the current CEO Russell Weiner in 1998. The popularity of this energy drink has grown rapidly due in part to its success from branding, marketing, and sponsorships over the years. So currently, Rockstar has expanded to about, I want to say, 20 different flavors in over 30 countries. So they do have an emphasis on being a very reputable energy drink and obviously have a huge fan base. And also hot women. Lots of hotties. That always helps. So Rockstar is known for its famous taglines, scientifically formulated to speed the recovery times of those who lead an active and exhausting lifestyles, from athletes to rock stars, hence the name. This makes sense if you think about it, because Rockstar's branding and marketing focuses heavily on extreme sports, motorsports, action sports, dirt biking, skating, snowboarding, wakeboarding, surfing, music festivals, etc., etc. If you actually go on their main page, you can get a lot of details and events and other cool info that I will not be including in this video, so go ahead and check them out. So what impresses me most about Rockstar is not just the amount of flavors like the original or the sugar-free, but emphasis on specific branding lines and the process that it takes to get out to the public. What I mean by that is Rockstar's family of drinks lineup come out in sections. They don't just come out randomly. Like they have the Revolt line, the Punched line, the Pure Zero line, the Recovery line, the X Endurance line, the Super Sour line, the Juiced line, the Coffee line. And I think in certain parts of Canada you can actually buy it with alcohol already in it. Interesting. And they have gum. I'm dead serious, they have gum. So the sheer amount of products that Rockstar produces is so staggering that people tend to reference the can's color rather than the flavor. Like somebody will say, oh, we'll take the blue one, or the yellow one, or the pink one, or the white one, the sugar-free one, or the black one, the regular one. It's time for a taste test. This is the normal one, by the way. It has just, this is the first one they came out with. I think I'm the only one that thinks Rockstar tastes like bubblegum. I don't know about you guys, but it's pretty good. Time to read some ingredients. There we go. Carbonated water, sugar, glucose, wow, pyridoxine hydrochloride, glucuronolactone, riboflavin. Anyways, that's Rockstar. Go out and try all the different varieties you can possibly find. I'm pretty sure you'll find one that suits your fancy. Number 2 is Monster, one of my favorites. So Monster was first introduced in 2002 by the Hanson Natural Company, now just Monster Beverage Corporation. They actually came out a year after Rockstar, but ended up soaking up more of the market share in the energy drink sector for many reasons. My personal opinion is that Monster decided to focus their business strategy on endorsements and stuff like that, so that's good. The reason for this is that Monster went after big name sponsorships like X Games athletes, Olympic athletes, professional bull riders, NASCAR people, e-sport leagues, the guys that play video games, monster truck rallies, exotic exotic sport car races, horse races, rock concerts, and currently many UFC athletes. So Monster, if you know them pretty well, they're known for the famous tagline, Unleash the Beast. And the M design on the cover of all the products was done in part by a branding company called McLean Designs based in California. So Monster actually has 34 different types of energy drinks. Kind of blows Rockstar out of the water. And in many different countries, much the same way Rockstar produces drinks, so does Monster by releasing drink lines. They come out in sections, like they have the Monster Rehab line, the Monster Juice line, the Punch Monster line, the Extra Strength line, the Hydro line, the Java line, and of course the I think there's a muscle energy drink line. I think it was kind of a protein thing that they came out with. I haven't tried it. Can't personally comment on how all of these taste because I haven't had all of them, but I can comment on this one right here. So taste test. So again, this is just the regular one, not sugar-free or anything like that, but I do like the sugar-free one. It's kind of hard to describe Monster as a drink. I want to say it tastes like a fizzy fruit drink. Some people think it tastes like kind of medicinally. There's definitely a sweet note to it. There's a lot of sugar in here, but they do have a sugar-free option, so that's good. Time to read some ingredients. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Carbonated water, okay. Sugar, glucose, glucuronolactone, Installol, maltodextrin, cyanocobalamin, guarana, okay. Riboflavin, we got riboflavin, one of our favorite ingredients. So that's Monster. Go out and try all of them. There's a lot of varieties to try, and I'm pretty sure you'll like anything that you pick up. So number one on our list, finally that brings us to the number one thing on our list, is the Titan brand of energy drinks. I should probably take these off because they're fake. You might have guessed it, or you might not have. It certainly does give you wings, metaphysically. The top selling energy drink in the world currently is Red Bull. And I've been a fan of Red Bull for a long time. I saved Red Bull for last because I wanted to devote more time to discussing it, mainly from its origins and how it was created, and some interesting things about the product. Red Bull has the most fascinating story of the lineup, definitely. So the history of Red Bull is very fascinating. If you do have the time, I do recommend you go and reading them. It's really interesting how they got started. So the shortened, it's quite a long story, but the shortened version goes something like this. I'm paraphrasing, so just bear with me. In 1982, Austrian entrepreneur, and I'm going to mess up his name, is Dietrich Mateschitz. Anyways, he's a business entrepreneur from Austria. Took a business trip to Thailand and discovered a local energy drink there that truck drivers would use to help them stay focused. And after meeting with a local businessman who actually owned the company, Dietrich decided to launch his own brand called Red Bull GmbH by investing $500,000 of his own money. It was later discovered that Red Bull was not originally called Red Bull, but Krating Dang. So Krating Dang, which translates from Thai to English, means Red Bull. It's also important to note that the drink has been around since the mid-1970s, I think in 1976, a long time ago. And it didn't start appearing until in Austria until 1987. And even in the US didn't get on the shelves until 1997. So Red Bull's been around for a long ass time. So Red Bull's massive success is due for a couple reasons in my personal opinion. First, they were not only the most well-renowned energy drink company outside the US, but one of the first energy drink brands on the market in the US. So you have a monopoly there, you're gonna start getting market share rapidly. Aside from, I think, PepsiCo's Josta at the time also had an energy drink. They tried to, Pepsi and I think Coke tried to get on the market. So over the years, Red Bull didn't really change that much in its features. It's always kind of looked like this. First there was the original, then there was the sugar-free, then one by one all the others began to come out. It's kind of much different from the other ones on the list where they come out in family of sections. Red Bull just come out with one at a time. I think currently they came out with a different lineup, but for the most part, a lot of the time in the company has been devoted to just promoting the brand. So Red Bull admittedly does have the smallest variety of flavors on the list of about 20, but in contrast, it has expanded the most to over 171 different countries, more than the next 4 energy drink brands combined. Much like the other drinks on the list, Red Bull has expanded its brand emphasis to include almost every sport there is. And quite frankly, for the sake of time, I can't list them all. There's also a massive attention to other areas such as sponsorships, acquisitions, and endorsements, and weird events. If you go online, you can actually find a list of stuff they endorse, the athletes that they endorse Red Bull. They got weird events like not just traditional sports, but like paper airplane competitions, esport leagues, the guy that plays video games for a living, Flutog company. Remember Flutog? They had commercials back in the day, I want to say, where they're on top of a dock on a pier somewhere, and they build this like makeshift airplane that it's not going to go very far, and they just literally have a team and they launch the craft off the dock and it just flies into the water. That was Flutog. They're still doing that, I think. They have soapbox races and tons and tons and tons of rally car races. Also, they sponsor parkour. It's kind of like free running, you know, those guys that like do the obstacle course off, you know, buildings and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for Red Bull, for the sake of their sponsorships and stuff like that, and sports that they do. I have to stop there because next thing you know, I'm going to be telling you that they have their own music academy. They have their own fucking music academy. So Red Bull. So the Red Bull with the sugar in it, the normal one, is it's pretty tasty. I usually get the sugar-free variety. It does taste kind of medicinally, but when I first had it, I thought it had alcohol in it. I don't know what it was, but I think that's the way they branded it. Is it kind of looks like a drink that would have alcohol in it. It's pretty tasty. It's one of the simplest ones on the list. They don't really have complex flavors, but it does taste pretty good. They also have other brands too, or other flavors. Time to read some ingredients. Okay. Not recommended for children pregnant or nursing women and persons sensitive to caffeine. Well, lucky for me, I'm not sensitive to caffeine. Carbonated water, sucrose, glucose, taurine, bicarbonate, niacinamide, calcium pantothenate. What? Artificial colors. What? No riboflavin? Blows. So that is all I have for you guys now. Maybe you learned something today, maybe you didn't, but I do hope you're wanting to go out and try all the different varieties available for your energy-deprived consumption. And I'm sure there's a flavor that suits your fancy and caffeine tolerance. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.